Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of Vely's log. So I have successfully entered the Fort Tower. That's the new 48-man dungeon that came out in Final Fantasy XIV. There's a lot of hullabaloo over it because the entry requirements are pretty obtuse, and just trying to find 47 other people to be able to get into the place with you is a hassle that could take hours. Coupled with the fact that when you give it a try, each player only has 3 lives before they're kicked out of the dungeon, plus the difficulty of the dungeon, putting it a cut above normal content, means that the likelihood of you clearing it on your first attempt, near 0%. Which just highlights the barrier to entry issue, because nothing is wrong with the content being difficult, but being able to consistently do said content with 48 people who are organized to do so is a bit rough, because people have lives, and when you have content that requires coordination, but you have a system that encourages randomness, it's just hard to get anything going. Personally, I've made it to Boss 2, so I consider that progress, and hopefully I'll be able to clear it at some point. But I'm sure you all didn't want to hear me yap about this. I don't even know what percentage of people who watch this vlog even play Final Fantasy XIV. Give me a shout out in the comments if you do. Or don't. I don't know. In other news, my boss's boss at work has been offering to reward us with the pizza party, except he keeps forgetting. So we haven't actually gotten a pizza party for several weeks now, and so he said he was going to up the ante by making it a pizza and ice cream party. Which, cool, but it doesn't actually mean anything if it doesn't happen, right? Though, in my opinion, it really depends on what kind of pizza he gets. Highly doubtful they will get pizza from a fancy pizza restaurant, so we will probably get pizza from a fast food type pizza place. Sidebar: can pizza be considered fast food? And I think they were talking about Costco pizza. Personally, I'm not a fan of Costco pizza. I understand that it's a popular favorite because of the relatively cheap price. But personally, for me, the taste is very much just a cookie-cutter, factory-assembled pizza that just gets the job done. You know what I mean? Or maybe you don't. Maybe you're like, Vely, what are you talking about? Costco pizza is the greatest pizza to ever walk the earth. And that's okay. People are allowed to have opinions. I could insert here the fun statement of, even if they're wrong, haha. But, I don't really mind if you think Costco pizza is the greatest, so. Personally speaking, I think Pizza Hut's pretty great. If we're talking about commercial franchise chain type pizza joints. But I think Domino's is the worst, and I feel like a lot of people would agree with me. But then, it's a pretty small sample size that I have to go off of when considering whether Pizza Hut or Domino's is the better pizza place. And then, of course, there are a bunch of other pizza places, like Little Caesars and stuff to consider. And you know, everyone has their own favorite pizza place. But I think ultimately, pizza's pizza. Just enjoy, am I right? You know, I have really bad time management. I end up getting distracted by a lot of things. And it's not until crunch time or I have to pound out the things that I want to do, and I force myself into this repetitive cycle of where I tell myself, okay, I'm not going to do any of the things I want to do until I finish all the things that I need to do. So it always feels like I never have time to do the things I want to do because I never get the things I need to do done until the last moment, and by the time that last moment is over, the day is gone and I don't have time to do the things I want to do anymore. And I think that doubles back to Fort Tower. Getting into a group is hard enough, what with restrictions on getting in and such. But the Discord server I'm in that organizes groups uses a queue system, and sitting around in queue waiting to see if I get in is kind of silly, because I don't know when I'm going to get in, so if I'm in the middle of working on something, I have to drop everything to queue in at that specific time? Which I guess is how the Final Fantasy queue system works. But without it, at least you know if you're going to get in or not. I don't know. I guess again to this endless cycle of I need to finish my work before doing anything else. But then I procrastinate on finishing my work before I can do things I want to do, which I then finish my work in a timely manner, But because I spent time procrastinating, I don't have time to goof off with the stuff that I want to goof off with. Or something. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm sure it's tied into ADHD or something. Or maybe it's tied into my depression. Ah yes, depression. That ever-present monster in my life. Alright, well, since I'm so busy, I'm gonna count it off here. Gotta get in all my Final Fantasy, and then maybe another chance at my Fort Tower. As always, if you liked what you saw, consider giving me a like and a subscribe. And if you'd like to see more of me, consider checking me out on one of my other socials. See you next week.